Yo, Joe!
They're finally here. We have the Cobra Snow Serpent, and this is a release I'm personally excited for. I think they're one of the coolest. Not my favorite trooper builder, but he is very awesome looking, and I already see a lot of complaints with these guys. People don't like the wolf pelt, they just think it's too much. People don't like the knife because apparently there's no way of storing it, so we'll get into that later. My only complaint, as of right now, just seeing all the product shots and, accessories wise and all that stuff, is he does not come with the mortar kind of projectile, equipment like he did with the, back in the vintage days where he had a kind of mortar. And yeah, we don't get that with this guy. Instead, they give us a bazooka that we've seen before, and we'll probably be seeing it many times, which I don't mind it either, but a mortar would have been cool because it would have been a new sculpt, a new piece of equipment, and it would have been nice, to see that kind of homage to the vintage one. We do know these guys are coming in the retro card packaging style sometime in the future, so maybe then we'll see that kind of artillery equipment with that one, and maybe we won't get all of the accessories that we see with this guy. I'd probably buy one of those if it's the $25 price range, a bit cheaper, because these guys are quite pricey at $35, and they're Amazon exclusive, I think. They're not in stock anymore, but yeah, I did get 2. My brother got 1, so that totals to 3. Plus, we're getting the retro card one, so maybe I'll buy that one and make it 4. But yeah, with that being said, let's take a close look at the packaging here. We have the Snow Serpent, what we usually see. Classified series Cobra logo. A nice portrait there of the Snow Serpent with the wolf pelt holding the bazooka there. We do get, all the accessories on the corner there, and there's a lot. It's a very hefty little box as well. We get a nice digital render shot of the figure there with Snow Job, I believe, in the back there. Very nice environment. We get that same portrait here on the side, number 93. We have the skills and abilities here, some zoom in shots of the accessories, digital renders, and all that stuff. Again, QR code, blue portrait, and then the same skills there. Very lovely. Classified at the top. We're gonna cut this guy open, see what we're dealing with. We get a big box for his accessories, and here we have the Snow Serpent. He is still using these sort of paper ties, which I prefer because I can actually cut with this. Let's see if I can do it on camera. They are tough, and my knife isn't the greatest for this, but is that loose enough? No, we need to cut open the legs as well. Hopefully I don't cut myself in the process. And this is why I do cutaways when I'm taking the figure out of their prison cardboards. But yeah, there we have the black and white portrait there. This guy's looking amazing already. We have the Snow Serpent name, the 93, and then the Cobra logo. I always thought that was a bit odd. I don't know why they don't flip the... Well, I guess in a way flip the name so that way you turn it, you have a 93, and then you turn it again and it's the Cobra logo. And then just flip this over. But yeah, we get 2 big bags. Open those up, and that is the wolf pelt itself, and then we should get the rest on this other one. Oh god, one of them went flying. Alright, so that's everything out of the box. I'll get them both out, and then we'll take a closer look at the Snow Serpent's, well, first accessories. Now, joining us will be our vintage counterpart of the Snow Serpent. Stay tuned for a vintage versus classified video in the future. I'll try to get those out as quick as I can. I mean, I am extremely busy lately, so I don't have as much time to record as of recently, but it will come out soon. Here we have the file card for the Snow Serpent, so you guys can pause that and read it. But yeah, there's all the info you need on these guys, and here's what I mean by the vintage having a sort of mortar artillery equipment. As you can see there, the vintage. And then we do have the fanny pack, which mine is unfortunately ripped there. But yeah, we'll get into the fanny pack discussion later on. Put all this back here, and let's focus on accessories because we do have quite a lot to look at. I'll start off with the wolf pelt here because it's, again, not a lot of people like it. I personally think it's a cool idea, and I'm not bothered by it in the least. It's a bit, morbid. These guys are out there trying to survive, and they run across a wolf, and they end up killing one. Or many wolves if you're gonna have them all displayed with the wolf pelts on. But yeah, we have a little hood here with painted nails for the dog, and then some nice paint apps for the teeth and the gum line there. Blacked out eyes, a painted nose, and yeah, so there's some difference there as well. Some white paint over the dark gray and stuff. So there's some nice fading going on there. And then you have the other piece here, which also has that kind of fade from dark gray to lighter gray or white. Even in the inside there, I don't know how well this is gonna look. From my eyes, this all looks pretty much the same kind of gray color, but in the back over here, you do see a fade from the darker to the lighter gray. So yeah, pretty cool concept. I'm here for it. Does not bother me in the least. We'll move into, reused molds here. We have the back piece which holds your rockets. So you should get 4 of these. Let me see if I can find all 4. There they are. You get 4 of these. They're in that plain kind of grayish plastic. This one's in this white and black color. Again, we saw this with bazooka, so nothing new here. The bazooka itself is reused with some blue for the straps there, some white or gray for the cushioning there. And yeah, I mean, mine is pretty straight. I know some of my bazookas have this kind of, bent up, but this one's pretty straight, so I like that. You do get the other piece that is supposed to open and close. So yeah, pretty nice. It's a cool mold. Cool to see it again. And then we get these snowshoes, which I believe are the same as Snow Job's. He's way back there, and I don't want to get him out of the shelf, but maybe I can stand up and take a quick look. So these are indeed the same mold as the snowshoes that came with Snow Job, except that his were black, these are white. But yeah, it's the same mold, same details and everything. I like it. I like the snowshoes. I think it's a nice addition. We do get 2 pistols, which we saw with the Cobra Valkyries, the recent 2-pack of the Cobra Valkyries. Same pistols. You can port in blast effects there on the barrel. Nice little mold in plastic. Then we have the knife that people are complaining about. Also the same mold as the Valkyries, I believe. So it's reuse. We get that same AR we saw with that same 2-pack. Again, in black, of reuse. And then we also have the SMG here, also reused from that 2-pack. I really don't mind it. There's some cool looking guns. So yeah, that's very nifty. And then we have goggles which should go over his head. Not directly in front of his eyes, but just on his forehead kind of thing. Very nice blue paint there. This is a new mold, I believe, so we haven't seen this. And lastly, the one I'm most excited for is the snowboard itself. And I'm just gonna check if they're both, yeah, so they both have this one kind of angled in a weird way, but yeah, that's very cool. We get the snowboard with some nice texturing there, and nice Cobra logo there, and then some nice detailing here at the back side. I'm not sure which way. There you go. You have a little mountain with the serpent going on it. That's very cool. Some nice kind of camo deco at the bottom there. So yeah, this is very cool. Definitely one of my favorite accessories, new accessories for this guy. With that being said, let's move on to the figure itself. You'll have to bear with me and the complete mess of all the accessories in the back. But here we have the Snow Serpent, and just first impressions, he looks good. You know, articulation wise, you can look up about that much, down that much. You do have that great pivoting because of the double barbell joints they're using in the new kind of neck articulation scheme. Arms go out about that much. This one's a little too loose, but yeah, I'd rather have it loose than it can stay up there, so that's good. You do have your bicep swivels. You also get a butterfly joint, but it's not really gonna move forward or back. It's also that same kind of system we saw with Big Bam, where it can go all the way around in there. And then we do get, as I said, the bicep swivel. You get double jointed arms. Both hands are, yes, they are both vertical hinges, so they should go up and down as such. Same on this side, up and down. We do not have any forearm rotation. I thought maybe we would have gotten it here since, you know, we have this big piece here, but apparently not. Let's see what kind of torso we're getting here. Okay, so we're getting a ball joint and not the standard sort of ab crunch we've seen, but you can crunch forward a little bit with that ball joint and back a little bit more. And then of course with the waist and the upper torso, you can crunch forward a bit more and back a lot more. Is this no, this is a regular, no, I'm wrong. Yeah, that is a ball joint for the upper torso. There's a sort of crunch to it, so it made me a bit confused, but it is a ball joint there at the top. You can kick forward, out, very loose, nice loose. I don't know how loose you guys like your action figures, but yeah, this other side is a bit more tighter. So yeah, very loose hip on mine. I don't mind it. Upper thigh cut, very tight knees, bend in about that much. You do get, I assume, some boot swivel there, similar to Tunnel Rat and Shipwreck. You know, there's no clear cut, but it is hidden underneath the sculpt here. His foot goes back, forward, and you do get the ankle pivot. Now, closer look at this guy. I don't know, he just looks phenomenal, at least to me. There we go. We have that nice head sculpt there, which is brand new. Fanny pack, which a lot of people are saying should have been removable. I don't mind it. I prefer it just being sculpted like that. It just prevents me from losing it or, you know, tearing it apart. But yeah, we have a pouch there, this blue zipper there, that same kind of logo on the snowboard. We have it here on his bicep. Cobra logo on this side with a zipper as well. And yeah, I don't know how much. I believe this is just snow job legs. The boots certainly are the same from what I remember. Snow job's articulation. So this seems to be the same at the legs. A bit of retooling for the arms, with the shoulder piece and the forearm piece. Of course, new hands because we need the fur. And then these are new holsters, I believe. Yeah, because we get, similar pairing of holsters here. And then this is a new crotch piece. So, the strap goes up all the way over there as such. But yeah, this guy looks cool. I'm not the least bothered by its design and the accessories that they've given us. I'm not sure what Hasbro is doing wrong to make some fans angry at this guy, but yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, you can always wait for the retro card version and see what they come up with. Maybe brighter colors, since it is more faithful to the vintage counterpart. But yeah, I'm happy with this guy. We can now move on to storage with these guys. Now storage, I'll try my best to explain everything. We obviously have the pistols, and they go in the holsters here, pretty standard. We have our bazooka back piece here, and you can port in or insert, store, whatever you want to say. The rockets in here. Obviously you can store them whichever way you want. You can put it in like that. I prefer the other way around. I don't know, there's something about showing the tip out here, makes it look a bit better. And then you grab your rocket launcher. There's these little tabs here, and then this is gonna go into there, and it should just hang off as such. This will go on his back as such, so back piece storage. And then we have his goggles, which I don't want to overstretch, but there you go. I'm not sure if they can go all the way. Ooh, I think you can. I think that is how it's intended to look. I'm not too sure. So the portrait certainly has him with the blue goggles on while wearing the sort of wolf pelt. Is that something I'll do? I don't know. I feel like I'm overstretching the goggles, and I don't want to risk ripping them up. Obviously, okay, you can. Okay, so the wolf pelt has a hole in the back. So if you want to do is remove that. I would say put this on first. Obviously, it's going to go into the same hole in the back. And it should lay on it nicely. Very cape-like. And then we do the wolf pelt over the head. And I certainly see there's good enough space for the goggles if you're gonna have him wearing the goggles over, the eyes. But yeah, that's how that looks. And then you can still port this and have it stored on the back as such. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, they thought about that. Yeah, there is no storage for the knife. I really don't care. I'm gonna have this guy using his gun or something, or the pistols. So I really don't care. Just throw it into your baggie of extra accessories and you're good. You obviously don't have storage for the other gun either, so that's a bonus gun that's gonna go to the accessories bag. I will probably just display them with the good old AR, or maybe give them an AK, because our vintage one did come with an AK originally. So yeah, I may give him an AK from, you know, the Cobra officers we got a while back. But yeah, that's about as much, um, you know, weapon or accessory storage you get. You do get the snowshoes, so you can display them with the snowshoes or the snowboard here. I think I'll do the snowboard. I think that's just the coolest thing they've done in terms of accessories, and that one promo shot of a snow serpent doing a flip while shooting his 2 pistols just looks amazing. But yeah, that's how that looks, and that's how everything stores on there. Again, I'm pretty sure you can put this on over the eyes and then have the wolf pelt over it. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I'm just not doing it because I don't want to risk ripping my own accessories. But yeah, I mean, that's as far as it goes, and it looks good. It looks good on the head sculpt. Oh god, the wolf head fell off. This obviously can stretch out, so that's easier for you guys to do. Let's see if we can get it on there. So yeah, there you go. That's about how it will look with the goggles on as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot of display options, which I love, and yeah, Hasbro did a good job with this guy. I am happy with him. You guys can let me know down in the comments. But with that being said, let's move on to our final thoughts. Alright everybody, so are they good? Are they bad? I'd say I'd give them an 8 out of 10. A few issues regarding the hands. I feel like I can't get the, you know, trigger finger to go or hold the gun very naturally. I feel like I'm overstretching the fingers, especially when I was trying to get the pistols into this other one's hands. I don't know. I feel like the fingers are a little too thick and they won't go well into the, you know, trigger hole. It may just be me, I don't know. That's just what I experienced, you know, putting the pistols on him. Another thing I will say, the snowboard pegs don't really hold in place. What I mean is that I don't think they're thick enough so that the foot doesn't just easily, you know, slide out. As you can see, I barely lifted him up and the thing fell out. So, you know, you have to really play with it. And I am putting it in the pegs. That's in the peg, but yeah, they're not on as securely as the snowshoes. The snowshoes are a bit wider or thicker. So, you know, they do stay in place, but once you have them in the pegs and you have the pose that you want to do, you should be able to just stand them up. I mean, I'm really trying here. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Let me see. Yeah, that's going in. At least I think that's going in. But yeah, that's one complaint I found when it comes to a snowboard. It still looks good, and you can certainly still pose them with it. But yeah, something else that I noticed, at least on this one, there's some weird redness. I don't know if I caused that, but there's some weird speckles going on there. But yeah, I noticed the arms here are also snow jobs, as well as torso. Everything pretty much. It's just a different crotch piece, different forearm piece, and shoulder piece. In my snow job review, I noticed that there was a cut on the forearm, and I was like, why would they do that? And it's obvious now. It was to swap out that forearm piece for this other one, and you know, it works for Hasbro. I'm not gonna complain. It was pretty smart. But yeah, I think they're good overall. I like how they look. They're gonna look great on the shelf. They certainly feel bulky and like they're gonna take up a lot more space than other troopers. But you know, that's just due to their design. You know, they're fully geared up. They're out in the snow. They're gonna be bulky and stuff. And just to show you guys, all the accessories that I will not be using are over there. But yeah, I did give this guy a AK. Again, these came with the Cobra officers, and I think that would have been a nice thing to have with these guys. Either that mold or this other one, which also kind of resembles a AK. My brother told me it was a sort of shotgun. I don't know what to think anymore. But yeah, that does it for my review on these guys. I'm happy with them. I recommend picking them up if you can, or if you just want to wait for the retro card back version to come out, you can certainly do that. But yeah, I'm happy with these guys. And yeah, I mean, that pretty much does it for this review. I'll see you guys in a future video.